Ladies and gentlemen, welcome! Welcome back to the final episode of the No More Heroes 3 Championship Run. We're going to be fighting the final boss of the game on Death Difficulty. Death Difficulty, for those of you guys that don't know, all the stats of the boss that we're going to be fighting against today is going to have the same exact stats as they do in Carolina Reaper, but with the added twist of a single attack will kill Travis. And the thing about this particular final boss is that he's actually not all that difficult. So, I already said that this is the final boss, this is spoilers. If you guys are still around here after I literally just called the video final boss, you only have yourself to blame. But the fight against Damon takes place on a Smash Bros. Stage, so I might as well use a Smash Bros. Analogy. This particular boss fight is essentially, you're playing as Mithra in Smash Bros. Ultimate, and your opponent is a Little Mac main. That's what this boss fight feels like. It is an extremely one-sided battle, but it doesn't seem that way at first. There is a lot about this fight that might seem a little bit tricky, that it seems that this character that you're fighting against seems to attack much more quickly than you do, has so much more defense and HP than you. That's not a problem at all, because you are Travis, and Travis is the most OP character in the game. To put in fighting game terms, you are playing the banned character. Damon is using the viable character, and Travis is the band's character. That's basically what this is. So, yeah, this is a really, really fun fight. And I did mention in previous videos that when it comes to Death Glove chips, what's going on is, like, I currently always use the Great Chip EX. This just increases the damage that I take, but the trade-off is that I also deal an extra 15% damage per chip. This is my go-to, even with the Z chip and the 80 chip. Like, these are the best two chips in the game. I actually don't like using them because I feel that, like, I enjoy the combat loop enough as it is, and Travis is so stupid powerful that he doesn't even need these. They are nice bonuses, though. The Z chip is the one that just reduces your skill cooldown to 0, which would make this fight really, really easy, especially considering that you don't need to fight Damon at all to get the materials necessary for this chip. So really, you can just skip this video altogether and just use the Z chip and just utterly destroy him. There's also the 80 chip. You do need to fight against... Sorry, not the 80 chip, the Tiga chip. The Tiga chip is the one that, like, yeah, you don't use any battery power. This is a very, very good chip, but honestly, I don't need it because I like using throws which fully recharge. It's just a bonus. It's not all that important. But yeah, you do need to fight against Damon to get that particular one, but for the most part, you could literally just farm all the other bosses, but it doesn't matter because Damon is quite easy as it is. The first thing I want to point out about Damon is the fact that using the death skills in proper usage, if you utilize them effectively, you can lock them down similarly to all the other bosses. In fact, you compare him to, like, Destroy Man Trueface, or even, like, Native Dancer. It's basically a similar strategy, but the trade-off here is the fact that Damon actually dies faster, and all of Damon's attacks can be blocked. There was not a single unblockable attack, so you can play the defensive game and stall for your death skill cooldowns if you really, really want to do that. It's a really, really easy fight, like I said. It's like Mithra versus Little Mac in Smash Ultimate. And for the most part, though, like, he has a couple of moves that you can perfect dodge. I wouldn't bother. I'm personally terrible at perfect dodging myself, so I wouldn't, like, try to teach you guys. If you guys are great at it, then by all means, that's going to make the fight a lot faster for you. But even then, this is like a 90-second fight most of the time. And for the most part, you have every advantage that you need. As long as you fully upgrade your death skill cooldown in the power-up machine, there's no reason why you can't farm this super easily. So, let's rock. So the first thing I want to point out about this particular fight is that, with the exception of the Death Force, making use of the death skills, so the Death Kick, Slow, and Rain, will allow you to easily set up the Great Slash, which allows you to keep the momentum in your favor, buffer the, the triple taps for the blast attack, which will just, give him a giant cycle of pain. There is the throws in this game. I don't know if I'm just bad at the game or not, but I actually have trouble buffering the blast attack after the throws. So if that's the case, just tap him a couple times, back off, recharge if you need to. Well, you don't need to recharge after doing a throw, but just back off, wait for the cooldowns, and get yourself started. Let's punk. I always like to start off the fight the exact same way that I do for Native Dancer. Just death force him, kick. This should be a guaranteed great slash, but if you miss it, don't worry about it. See if we can get it next time. I want to do this fight multiple times. I want to make sure I don't mess this up. Okay, here comes the stun. Okay, no, yeah, like the timing's a little bit weird for the throws, but if you don't get it, don't worry about it. You have plenty of options to set up yet another blast attack. There we go, death kick, get it this time. This should be a guaranteed great slash. Here we go, triple tap. And because you're constantly doing great slashes, you have so many opportunities to unlock Mustang Mode. Oh man, they're gonna give us so many. This is gonna be painful. Use a death slow when you can. That was absurd. Okay, no, that was too easy. No, we gotta do it again. Whoops. Okay, we're gonna do that again. Yeah, no, that was way too lucky. But that's the kind of thing that could happen in this fight. That was 1 minute and 6 seconds. That is the fastest I've ever done. Ooh, boy. Hang on, I'm gonna save that clip. Otherwise, no one's gonna believe that I did it. What the heck was that? Okay, sorry guys. We gotta do it again, because I need to explain. Also, I messed up my inputs. But that's what I'm talking about, though. You set up so many great slashes that you can get throw crazies whenever you want. You can get Mustang mode. You can get full green mode whenever you want. It's all there. And this is just like curb stomp the game. And it's just a satisfying way to finish the game. But let's try that again. Let's try that again. That was absurd. Okay, we have to do it again. Because, like, no, the reason why I want to do it again is specifically because I know that not everyone's going to have that measure of luck. I've been practicing a couple of rounds before the recording that you guys are watching right now, and none of them were nearly that lucky. That was absurd. Okay, that was really funny. Okay, do it again. Always start off with the death force, then a kick. Get the buffer right. Triple tap as Travis is falling down. Triple tap. Oh, they're gonna give me the Mustang again. I want to do a fight without a Mustang, so I guess we'll just keep on going. Triple tap. The main challenge for this particular fight is the Z-axis. There will be many times where Travis or Damon are gonna be working inside the Z-axis, and that makes your business really, really difficult. Okay, here we go. We'll hold off a little bit. He's at 60%. Let's not mess this up. You honestly could just turtle him. This particular attack, just walk into a corner and block. Travis should turn automatically to block it, but just in case, just cover all your bases. Triple tap. Ooh. Okay, so sometimes he'll escape from that one. I would recommend untargeting, because that also affects the AI a little bit. Don't get greedy when you're tapping him at this particular range. Don't get too greedy. Oh man, yeah. So don't get greedy like I did, but sometimes you might get rewarded. Who knows? Oh man. Okay. Good. Now we can have a real fight now. I wasn't sure, but yeah, don't get too greedy. Like, hit him once or twice at like point blank range. But if you have to walk in, you can only maybe do one. The thing about Damon is that he attacks quite quickly, and because he's like armored the majority of the time, it's not very likely that you're going to come out of the exchange unscathed. There are some very difficult trades to do here. Okay, so, for real this time. Untarget him. No, I got it wrong, that's fine. If you miss it, go straight for the slow, buffer the triple tap during the slow. If you want to do a death rain, always do death rain on a knockdown Damon. I would recommend not holding on to the target unless you're actually trying to defend yourself. Here's the throw, death kick. Throw and death kick are hands in hands with each other. Got a throw crazy. Might as well use it. Okay. Don't get too excited when you're doing regular attacks. Don't get too excited, otherwise you're going to accidentally buffer a blast attack. Here we go, triple tap. Guaranteed great slash, following up a kick. Here comes the pain. Throw down all your skills. Time to go nuts. Honestly, I'm pretty sure we can get a KO from here. Yeah, that's it. Okay, we'll do it one last time. Hopefully we'll do a fight without Mustang modes, but that's kind of the idea, though, is that we're going to try to handicap ourselves as best as we can and try to not take advantage of slot machines, because that's just how easy this fight is, though, is that the fact that if you find yourself in a situation where your luck is just horrible, you have terrible RNG, you can still make it through. And properly making use of all your skills, this is just one of the most farmable fights in the game. It also gives you the most World End Supernova for all the good that does. I'm pretty sure that if you could do that at this point, there isn't really much call for this. The WESN. I'm pretty sure there are other things that you can spend it on, but for the most part, though, this is mostly just, you want to get those materials. He drops a lot of materials that you can sell. If you're short on cash, you want to do the gacha. But, man, this fight, it's so fun. I like this fight a lot. I can fight this all day if I need to. Make it a 45-minute long. Make it a 4-hour-long Damon fight. It's Peter Jackson's No More Heroes. Oh, boy. But yeah, like, all the stuff that we've learned, though, in the previous fights, you just apply it here, and you're just stomping him. Okay, I made a mistake on that one. I shouldn't have done that. I was thinking, one of the tricky things about this fight, though, is that honestly the only reasons why you would lose is because either you're getting greedy and making mistakes, or the Z-axis is messing you up. I'm sorry, that happens. That's like the main challenge in this fight, actually, is like ending up like not quite in a 2D plane of existence, because this game's not 2D. This is all 3D, and sometimes they'll exist within the Z-axis. Like, and by Z-axis, for those of you who don't know, I mean like kind of like the foregrounds and the backgrounds, them standing in that direction, it'll mess up the positioning, and it might make it difficult for you to do your damage combos because Travis might be facing the wrong way. It's very awkward, and a little bit sloppily implemented in some cases. It still does fine, but there are some, like, cracks here and there that you might notice, especially if you're fighting this guy for so long. But also because of the bright backgrounds, I can't even see if he's stunned or not sometimes, so I gotta lean in. Go. Untarget. Just so you can trick the AI, because that's what we do. Okay, here we go. Okay, you gotta triple tap just as he goes down. If you do it as he's getting up, it's not gonna work. Remember, only do a death rain when Damon's down on the ground. Oh, here comes the pain. It's just brutal, but it's such a satisfying way to finish the game. It's another great slash. Here we go. Triple tap. Okay, not quite enough to close us out just yet. A great way is actually just to wait. Charge a little bit. Here we go. We have everything we need now. Never try to go for a death kick without a pull. Like, it is possible to do it with a death kick and a death force, But the thing is, though, is that he has a tendency to teleport everywhere, and if he teleports above the stage, or like in like the upper area of the stage, the death kick is never going to connect, and it's a miss, and if he shoots out the needles, then you're going to get caught by them. My goodness, but these fights go fast. But yeah, so basically the main takeaways here is that if you buffer the blast attack, triple tap during the death kick, that's a guaranteed great slash. Then after you do that, you can buffer the blast attack during the great slash, follow that up with a death slow, do another blast attack. You're pretty much just putting out as many blast attacks as you can. I've actually tried it out. The blast attacks put out so much more damage in comparison to the regular attack combos, and what that's going to do is just increase the chances of you getting more and more stuns and more great slashes to continue the process. So yeah, it's a really fun fight, and a great way to sort of teach the player about how you can rush down other enemies too. Although there are some technical issues in regards with the Z-axis in this game, for the most part though, it's a really fun, satisfying fight, and just being able to beat up Damon, everything that he represents. For those of you guys that haven't played TSA, he is essentially an analog for an incident that happens in the creator of this game, Suda 51's career, and kind of having this sort of setting. And I know that like Masahiro Sakurai, the guy that directed Super Smash Bros, is good friends with Suda, so kind of seeing this too, it was really funny. Kind of off topic, well, not really off topic, but seeing this whole Smash Bros thing was really funny to me when I first saw it, because like I remember in like 2019, the Video Game Awards, everyone thought there was going to be a Smash Bros fighter announcement, but it ended up being a No More Heroes 3 announcement. So kind of seeing that intermingle with each other, and then seeing a Smash Bros thing in here, it's really nice. And yeah, so guys, thank you very much for watching the No More Heroes 3 Championship run. I've had a good time doing these videos, and I'd like to do more. This is a game that's very close to my heart. It's not necessarily the most polished action game. It's not even necessarily the single greatest game to come out this year, but it's my favorite game of 2021 because I love everything that it represents. I like the directions that it goes in, whether it's through telling a story through its cutscenes and voice acting, or telling a story through the concepts that they convey in the game itself. There's a lot of untapped potential for how video games can convey ideas, and this is like a wonderful example of how you can intermingle the elements of storytelling with your gameplay. And this particular fight against Damon, it's such a curb stomp, but at the same time it celebrates like a very specific part of gaming history as well, with Smash Bros. And like all the games that preceded, like, you know, that were referenced in this game as well. Yeah, but guys, thank you very much for watching. I don't know if I'll do more No More Heroes. I could. I was thinking of maybe doing the Z-chip. Yeah, I was thinking of doing the Z-chip for this fight as well, but honestly, you don't need it. If you really don't care about learning how to fight, I mean, literally just use the Z-chip. Go ahead. Because, yeah, it's not a requirement. But I don't know if I'll continue to do videos for No More Heroes. I might have to do an obligatory stream someday. Who knows? But for all intents and purposes, though, this is going to be the last one for now. If anything else comes up, then don't say never. That's all I gotta say. Take care, everyone. See you guys next time.